you deserve to. Girl, I know your last man would desert you. You don't gotta worry, I won't hurt you, but it hurt to go without you every day and every night. When you're one call away from being right by my side. Now, girl, why don't you stay in me and you talk about it? I ain't ever gonna leave you in, don't you ever doubt it. Can you say what's on your mind? Sit down and let's talk. Take all the stress off that we get from every day. Trying to be good just like that we should, but it doesn't work anyway.
Hey guys, this is Yoony from Yoonyverse, and today, as promised, I am going to do my Zara haul. Yes. There are a couple of things that is not ordinary about this haul. First of all, I am still very much 34 weeks pregnant, and so I have done my shopping and I have all of the outfits to show you guys, but unfortunately I could only choose what I can fit into. But I did keep in mind that after I would have given birth, which is only in about 5 or 6 weeks, I would still be able to wear these every day. So that was my first point. Second point, if you are watching from New York or anywhere else in the US, you might still be self-isolated at home, or you might not be going outside so much. But here, everyone is out. And where I live especially, which is Marseille, everyone is out. And I went to this high street where there's lots of stores, and obviously there was a Zara store, and everyone was panicking about the sale situation and they were like shopping away. And so I got lucky to go to Zara sale, and some of the items that I picked up were actually on sale. I think probably not. I ended up choosing everything from the non-sale section. So you will definitely see the new collection. So shall we get to it? Oh, by the way, I do have another last feature. Today, although I said I'm going to do Zara haul, I'm also going to do Zara versus H&M haul. So let's get to that. Yes.
Oh, it pays, baby.
The first dress I have on right now is this. So the feature of this dress is that it's super stretchy material. So if you see me full frontal, you might see my silhouette a little less bumpy. But yes, I still have my bump. But I chose large size and I still fit into it. And the feature is also that this is a square neckline, which is a neckline that I really love. I think it's super minimal and super modern, and that's why I'm just pairing it with these white sneakers. The ones I'm wearing are from Superga, and also these super cute square-shaped black sunglasses from Versace to match with. And if you have a short tote bag, you can just wear it like this, and you get to get this 10 euro dress and style it really chic.
Will you be mine? 'Cause I need you here.
So the next look I have for you guys is actually on top of my LBD that I just showed you. I actually found this super cute top that I wanted to use for my maternity shoot. And you guys can check it out on my Instagram because I don't have a video of it. But I wanted something that shows my belly, but that has like banding and it's so easy to get into. And so I chose these. But since I can't find like pants or skirt or anything that fits into my belly bump without going to a maternity store, I'm matching this super cute top with this dress, and it actually works. It looks like another cocktail dress. And because there's banding, you can just tuck it in like that. And obviously, if you're not pregnant like me, I can imagine these in like high-waisted flare or super straight jeans that are super in trend right now. Probably with like sneakers or like Nike Air Force, just the plain white ones, with exactly the hair like this, with a tote bag or shoulder bag. But me, I have no choice, but I can only wear like this.
Do you want me? Say I love you. Do you love me? I say I need you. Do you need me like I need?
Next look is one of my favorite looks from this shopping haul, and it's this cotton yellow dress, which is also very practical because there is a little mini shirt inside attached to the dress. So even if you might have a Marilyn Monroe moment, obviously with this kind of dress, you are safe. And I'm safe as well because my butt and my legs are so swelling. And so everything I wear is so shorter than how it would look when I'm not pregnant. And this little short inside is definitely saving my ass. And the color is kind of like yellow lemon. And so when you have like this tan line and tan skin from the summer, I think the contrast between like your tan skin and this like sort of bright yellow lemony color is so perfect for that summer vibe. And there's this fabulous little detail. You just need to make sure, because this is a strappy neckline, you just need to make sure that your little cleavage on the side isn't too low so that your nipples will show. You just have to make sure that you tie your knot on the right spot. But other than that, this short little dress is a cuter. And it's definitely not from the sale section. And I wanted to pair it with these black slippers from Birkenstock that I just got, and with these boat hats. And I think it's the perfect look for this dress. What do you guys think? I wouldn't normally go for this kind of yellow, but just because it's summer and it's still sort of natural in a way that you can style it with a hint of black and make it super classy, I really like this dress. It's one of my favorite looks.
Will you be mine? 'Cause I need you here. Will you be mine?
So another look that I wanted to match with my boat hat, since I have it on, is this white dress. And guess what size it is? It's extra small. I mean, like, I just fit into an extra small with this belly. I'm super happy. But, I mean, obviously because my belly and my breasts are so much bigger than how they usually are, you can see that the seam right here is kind of like dribbling a little bit. But I'm sure after birth, when things are a little less big, they'll fit me better. But they still fit me perfectly. I probably need to pair with like shorts because if there's any wind situation, then I don't want to show my undies. But other than that, this dress, X small, is super cute. It's got this V neckline, and it's kind of that fabric that looks like silky fabric, but like really easy, non-wrinkly fabric. And so I think you can just throw it in your trunk and just go vacationing. And with this boat hat, like, you're perfect. And you probably want to match with some sunglasses, and then you are super cute on the beach just with this simple white dress. And it was not on sale, but to show you guys, 26 euros. And so, what a bargain.
Good, just like that we should, but it doesn't work anyway. One day let's go out, one day let's show out. So I
now the grand finale for the Zara haul part is this long maxi mixed dress, which I actually got as the first item ever throughout the Zara shopping haul because I went to the store like a couple of times, and it was the first pick. And I think it was size small. It's size small. But because there's banding, this fit perfectly. The only thing that I really don't understand is these two ribbons on the side. I mean, for me, for right now, it really doesn't work because it just accentuates my waistline, which I really don't want to. But other than that, it is perfect for summer. It is really like that goddess-like look. That's why I did my hair a little bit like this. A little beachy hair goes really well. A little bold item like this that is probably better in gold is so well matching. And I probably shouldn't wear heels because I still managed to like slip on the pavement with no heels. But if you're not pregnant, I think some heels that are like nude tone that have like strappy details are perfect with this dress. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have this little headband that looks like a little goddess little headband. And so if you want that full-on goddess look, this is the accessories to go for. And I have this little C by Chloe boho bohemian looking bag, and I was suede like beige tone, and I'm like getting really hot in here, and I've been filming like really long, so I'm really losing control. Yes, but this kind of bohemian style bag is perfect. I do like to wear a crossbody, but unfortunately it accentuates my belly. But if you don't have a belly, even crossbody like this would be perfect. And also, if you are pregnant like me, don't hesitate to wear with a pair of white sneakers. They go perfectly. And this is my parents'
Be mine, 'cause I need you here. Will you be mine? Give me all of your time, baby. Will you be mine? 'Cause I need you here. And will you be mine?
So, FYI, I know the shops have opened in France, but some of the stores, especially for clothing, they don't open the changing room or the fitting rooms just because there is going to be like contact of like trying on clothes and people leaving the clothes, and then I guess there's a problem of like the hygiene after people would have tried the clothes on. And so Zara fortunately had their fitting room open with certain rules, like putting back the clothes that you're not going to take by yourself and then just taking the clothes that you're going to take. So they were like trying to like minimize contact within the staff and the people trying on clothes. Whereas in H&M, they had totally just closed down the fitting room and they hadn't opened it yet. So I had a little hard time choosing the right size for myself. And so I'm gonna start with this dress, which is a dress that I picked out in small size, and it's still perfectly fitting on me right now, even with the belly, and I'm assuming even without the bump, because my armpit are perfectly fitting. So I'm gonna start with this one. It is this super easy breezy texture textile that has a little bit of flare at the bottom and this super cute like sexy cleavage in a black maxi long dress that accentuates your waistline. So right now you can totally see my bump, but I'm assuming after like giving birth, I would definitely fit into this super easily. And it was not on sale yet, so it's still about 40 euros, but I'm super happy with the fit because it is super comfortable, super comfortable and super fitting. And so it's really funny, but I found these like in the hair accessory section, but I feel like because it's kind of like sheer and chiffon like, I feel like it's matching like an accessory and perfect with the bow hat. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a fairy tale girl in the farm country house. I don't know, whatever you call it. But I like this look with the boat hat, and still with my Birkin. And so this is my first look in my little long maxi flat dress, and I'm getting super hot.
In my head, every time you walk in the room, I drop dead. I cannot lie.
So the next dress I have on is one of those dresses that I have been trying to find, not necessarily in those brands that have been like putting out these kind of designs like Jacquemus or Taupe or Taupe Me. There's so many brands that have like a really chic backless detail with like a really accentuated but minimal back strap with like white texture. And when I walked into H&M, this was like the first thing that I was looking for and that I thought to myself, like, I found it. except because I couldn't try it on. This is actually a medium size because when I tried on the X small that I first bought and then tried at home, there's actually like this inner fabric that is really more like really tight like linen, and it doesn't stretch at all. And so X small on the top around my breast line was super tight, and I could fit into it. I could fit into it, but I just thought like small might be better. And then I forgot why I chose medium in the end, but medium right now is super big, and which means even if after giving birth this is going to be too big, so I might want to change to small. But in terms of style, this is the dress that I have been looking for. And right now I'm just like matching with like super simple sandal, and I just have my bun like a chignon because I really want to show off the backless detail. And this I'm super excited about, but I will have to change the size again. Is one of my two pieces that I chose in this sort of beige colored fabric, and it is super stretchy, as you can see. It is a jumpsuit, a romper, whatever you want to call it, but it's got the banding that I need, and so this fits it perfectly. And I was only able to find this in medium size, medium. It's getting very late. I was only able to find this in medium, but I just adjusted the strap, and this is actually working pretty well. And the reason I really like this style is because, I mean, I think one of the reasons we all love going to Zara or H&M is because when you know the trend, but you can't afford it, or when you know the trend, but you can't really wear that trend, you go to Zara or H&M. And in my case, I guess it's both. Sometimes it's too expensive just to afford anything that is literally the trend right now. Or right now, I'm like pregnant and I can't wear those sizes. And so this one romper piece looks like some of the one-piece fitting, like, I don't know, like the 80s or 70s swimsuit inspired bodysuits that you've seen on like Instagram these days, from like usually from Jacquemus or from other brands as well. And this just reminded me of a modified version of that, and so I really like this. And I have again compared them with combat boots, and it makes it a little more stylish. But you could always just pair it with like a pair of sneakers, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, because I'm already super hot in these combat boots. But if you have a pair that you like to match in the summer, then I think combat boots really like sort of complement this style. And so this is my little dwarf look, but you guys can definitely pull this off in your fashionable manner. So here we go.
Tune up in my head every time you walk in the room. I drop dead. I cannot.
So the last but not the least look, which actually is one of my favorite, is this last look. And like I said before, this is sort of the same fabric. It is the same fabric as the romper because it's super stretchy as well, and it's that beige tone. Is this dress that also has this ruffle detail, but because it's beige and it's super neutral tone, it doesn't seem that girly, even with this big huge ribbon at the back. Like, it's super cute. And I don't know if it's because of my belly or if it's normally like this, but I feel like the front part is a little shorter and the back is a little longer. And so it gives you that girly vibe. And so I've shown you guys a look without the hat, with the combat boots, which is super cute as well. And then I also have my Birkenstock back on, and my boat hat, and a little echo bag from Dior. And this is also a perfect beachy look, which is perfect for the summer, and it just gives you that really cool like Jacquemus vibe that I'm really searching for these days. And so this is one of my favorite looks as well.
Baby, will you be mine?
Hey guys! Well, surprise, surprise! Now I'm actually in Italy, and this is my Italian apartment. If you haven't checked out my Italian apartment tour yet, I'm going to put a link right here. And this is a surprise footage because I actually ended up buying more clothes from H&M, and all of the clothes that I bought is probably going to be worn here in Italy, so I thought might as well show you guys that in Italy. And I have this gorgeous backdrop of this door that is hand painted, and so I wanted to show you in the local nature. So my first outfit is this very dress. It is definitely a slip dress that, as you can see, if I wore this probably 2 or 3 years ago, you might have thought I just walked out of bed and I am just walking around in my PJs. But this is not my PJ. This is one of my slip dress that I found on sale in H&M. But I love this like brown color with a little bit of the lace detail. And it just gives me like a really comfy vibe, but because of the toned down color, I get to look a little elegant. And so I actually wore this on my first day. I arrived in Rome and we ended up going to Colosseum and this huge like monument called Piazza Venezia, and it was just like perfect color scheme with all of the natural like colors from these monuments, and this dress was just so perfect. And so this gives you a little classy vibe, and you can always match it with a tote bag. In my case, my favorite like vintage old Celine. And because right now there's that trend of sort of putting your hair up, you can always put your hair back like this, and then you use one of these huge hairpins to put your hair up in a little thingy, and then put it up like this. And then I'm actually matching it with my black Birkenstock, which I'm probably going to wear for the rest of my pregnancy. And this is my simple outfit look.
I don't know what to do when not around you. I need you here with me.
The second outfit is this lovely printed white linen dress. This dress actually has a button down all the way down to the end of the dress, and because my legs are the only part that I can show a little bit of this sexy like openness other than my arms during my pregnancy, I haven't closed it all the way, but this does make me look a little bit more puffier than my first dress, just because it is white linen with like blue prints on it. But at the same time, like this kind of motif, I feel like it's perfect with like the Italian vibe. And so I actually wore this dress for shooting my Italian apartment tour, which you guys can also check out. And I know that from Dior, there was a season where there was a lot of prints going on like this. And so since I have this very precious fabric bag from Dior while I was working in Dior, I like to match with this fabric bag to make it a little casual, keeping my hair like this, keeping my sandal on, and then for the default accessory that I'm just going to keep on wearing with all of my outfits today is this like layering of 3 different lengths of like chains, and they're all in gold tone, just because like I have a really sort of sun-tanned brownie skin as an Asian, and so I like to go like into gold details rather than like silver, especially during summer. And so this is my second outfit, and I really like it. And it does keep me really cool as well because of the fabric. And I just feel like this fit is just perfect. Is this romper, sleeveless with a very Dolce & Gabbana kind of print going on, but as a matter of fact, this is like a super stretchy sort of cotton material, and so it looks like it's very polished and it's very like fancy, but it's super comfortable. And so I actually wore this to go in the car and drive up here because we drove from France all the way to Rome, and it took us almost like 10 hours. and so it was a long hour of driving, and I just wore this inside the car. I could move as free as I want, and it was so comfy, but it still had that like Italian summer vibe, so I loved it. And I'm still keeping my 3 layers of necklaces. And also, I know that like mixing gold with silver is really kind of tricky, but since I have this very antique looking silver rings, hoops with like a very vintage detail, I like to mix and match this gold chain with a little bit of silver hoops, and then just to finish my look like that. If I want to go a little bit over the top, just because like I don't want to look like uncomfortable, but like do want to look kind of on vacay mode, I could always put this boat hat and also kind of match with my fabric bag to make it more sort of summer breezy. But this is just for your look, and I like to head out without the hat. This is just for the look, for the sake of the look.
All of your time, baby, will you be mine? 'Cause I need you here.
So the next 3 outfits I have left are going to be perfect for my weekend, which is coming up, and I'm going to the Amalfi Coast for the first time. And so I ended up getting some really breezy, bluey kind of dress like this one to begin with, and it is definitely, considering the fact that I am really pregnant and I'm like 1 month away from my delivery, and so this kind of silhouette, I probably wouldn't have thought of wearing it if I wasn't pregnant, but because right now I'm pregnant, the fact that it has like a square neckline and it allows my arm to be like sort of really open, it allows me to look a little bit more slimmer than what's going on around my waist. Versus down here, it's definitely like a really easy silhouette, and then there's just like a little kind of roughly slimline going on with a really sort of light cotton fabric. And I know it's a little funny, but you know that story, the Red Riding Hood, and I feel like the wolf would have worn this to like look like the grandma. But anyways, it goes with the Mediterranean thing. And so I could always match it with this little boat hat, and then I could totally be in like the vacation mood as a pregnant woman. And I definitely have my layered necklaces on, I can keep my hoops on, and I just have this simple slipper on, and I am good to go.
Give me all of your time, baby, will you be mine? 'Cause
This next jumpsuit I have on, I love. It's a linen blend jumpsuit, and it is long. It's not short. So I can imagine like it could be hot during summer, but because it's a linen blend, I hope it's going to be very breezy because it has like a wide pants at the bottom. And normally I would go for like size 34 or 36, especially with this type of really banding top part. But because I'm pregnant, I got 42 and it fits me perfectly. So I don't know if I will fit into this after I give birth. But for now, this ruffle detail around the, what do you call this? Around the strap. The ruffle detail around the strap is so cute. It's just like very feminine, super cute, but then it's still like blue with stripes, so it gives you that really Mediterranean, like breezy vibe, and I felt like this is perfect for Amalfi Coast with this boat hat. Isn't this so cute? So I had to get this, and I'm still layering with my necklaces, my rings, and my hoops. I think you can go as much as you want because it's really simple. It's just blue stripes, and it just has these details that makes you feel kind of like feminine, but like kind of girly at the same time. I love this jumpsuit.
say that you're so great, only been on one day, but I hope that this never ends.
And last, and certainly not the least, but my most favorite of all of this collection is my last jumpsuit. So it actually is exactly the same design as my previous jumpsuit with the blue stripes, But this one, also a linen blend, is actually the original linen color. And if you see like designers like Japanese, they are so into the natural like colors, theme, and like the texture of linen that I'm also so much in love. And ever since I got into Europe and like have been traveling and seeing like the countryside of France, like all those like fields of like wheat and like lavender, all those natural theme matches so well with like the sort of off-white linen, the ivory color scheme, that it just gives you such a cool like chilled vibe. But of course in the old days it might have been like the color of the peasants, and so I like to go for that sort of really simple look. Even my hair, I have this like simple chignon going on, and then obviously I just let my necklaces, and I'm keeping my same sandals, but just with this color and the fabric, it just changes everything. And so I am definitely going to match it with my fabric echo bag from Dior and a little boat hat if I do want to go a little bit over the top. But other than that, even if without the hat, I just love this look. And so Amalfi Coast, I am so ready, and I am so excited to see what is in the coastline of Italy. So I hope you guys enjoy this full haul. Hopefully I'll be able to film some of these outfits out in the actual nature, but if not, you can always check out my Instagram for those fit snaps. And so thank you so much for channeling in, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Love me, say I need you. Do you need me like I need you? Will you be mine? Give me all of your time, baby. Will you be mine? 'Cause I need you here. Will you be mine? Give me all